Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. The movie begins with Noel and Pete relaxing in Noel's backyard, grilling and drinking beer. They are good friends and neighbors. Pete mentions that since the birth of their children, he has struggled to find time to reconnect with his wife, Marnie, which worries him. He also expresses concern about Noel and his wife's difficulties conceiving a child. Inside, Audra and Marnie, who are friends and married to Noel and Pete respectively, talk while cooking. Audra confides in Marnie that she had a miscarriage during her high school years, something she has never told Noel. Marnie suggests that Noel's conception problems might be linked to medical difficulties, which worries Audra. She compares her former boyfriend, whom she judged as unstable, to Noel, whom she considers a great husband and future father. Outside, Pete shares with Noel that he sometimes feels frustrated in his marriage and struggles with feelings of guilt. Noel disagrees with some of his concerns, although he is sensitive to the situation. Later, after spending time together as a couple, Noel and Audra discuss the idea of babysitting Pete and Marnie's children to give them a weekend to relax. Audra is surprised by this suggestion and expresses doubts about Pete and Marnie's relationship, fearing they might face similar issues in the future. Audra is scrolling through Facebook when a message from Holly, her former college roommate, appears. Holly says she will be in town for business and would like to catch up. Audra's face suddenly pales. Noel, who is beside her, notices the change in expression and asks her what's wrong. "It's Holly," Audra replies, surprised. Noel, thinking there has been a death, asks if Holly is dead. Audra shakes her head and explains that she is simply shocked to hear from her after 12 years without any contact. Noel knew that Audra had a college friend named Holly with whom she didn't get along, but Audra never revealed the reasons for their falling out. Intrigued, Noel asks if it was a man who caused their falling out. Audra denies it, but remains vague. She simply says that Holly was a bit too wild and free-spirited for her. Finally, Noel asks if Audra intends to invite Holly. Audra shakes her head and answers negatively. During a morning jog, Pete makes a new confession to Noel. He admits he is still troubled by the lack of balance in his marriage. Frustrated, he wonders if unusual solutions might help ease his frustrations. Noel tries to reason with Pete. He tells him that most married men sometimes feel frustrated, but Pete doesn't hear it that way. He expresses his doubts about the stability of his marriage and questions Marnie's commitment. At lunch, Noel proposes a romantic weekend getaway to Audra. He tries to convince her by saying they might not have time to travel once they become parents. Audra likes the idea, but announces that she has changed her mind about Holly. Instead, she wants to invite Holly over for a few hours on Saturday. Noel finds this plan great, and Audra sends the invitation to Holly. In the middle of the night, Audra wakes Noel with a surprising confession. She tells him that in college, she had a special relationship with Holly, but it was a brief and inconsequential episode. Noel is surprised, but assures her that their past doesn't affect their present. Audra hesitates to invite Holly, but Noel reassures her that the decision is hers to make. The next morning, during their usual jog, Noel, still shocked by Audra's revelations, confides in Pete. He complains about the monotony in his married life. Pete, always ready to offer advice, throws out ideas for changing things up. These suggestions are too bold for Noel, who walks away, leaving Pete alone with his thoughts. Pete starts scrolling through Holly's Instagram, commenting on how beautiful he finds her. Audra interrupts them to let them know dinner is ready. At the dinner table, it becomes clear that Pete and Marnie already know about the secret story, even though it was supposed to remain between Noel and Audra. Curious to learn more, Pete asks Audra to share the story with Marnie, but she refuses outright. Later in the evening, while they're relaxing with a drink, Pete makes a somewhat shocking but subtle suggestion. He suggests to Noel that they might try something new to spice up their married life. Noel is a little startled by the idea and explains that he prefers discussing his marriage in a more intimate and respectful way. One morning, Noel wakes up and finds Audra taking a bath. Sensing her stress, he suggests that she cancel Holly's visit if it worries her. Just then, they hear a knock at the door. Holly has arrived early. As she enters the house, Holly announces to Noel that she'll need some rest after her trip. Downstairs, Noel and Audra wait for Holly with some nervousness. After a while, Audra begins to worry about how long Holly is taking. She goes upstairs to check and finds Holly fast asleep, exhausted. Audra can't help but admire her calm and serenity. This sight stirs something in her, and she returns downstairs wanting to get closer to Noel. However, Noel is uncomfortable with the idea. He worries that Holly might come downstairs and surprise them. He politely declines Audra's advances. Later that night, Noel calls Pete. He can't stop thinking about their previous conversation and asks for advice. With no concrete plan from Pete, Noel ends the call. Just before dinner, Audra wakes Holly. She has slept for over 11 hours. They exchange a few words, and Holly apologizes for the past, but Audra assures her that it's all water under the bridge. They hug. At dinner, Noel surprises Holly by revealing that he knows about their relationship in college. Holly shares her life with Audra, mentioning that she owns a bakery. Audra shares that she and Noel are both lawyers. After dinner, Holly offers Noel and Audra some of her cookies and brownies. Later, she also reveals that she has never been married, even though she's been engaged several times. Despite that, Noel finds Holly very down-to-earth and easy to talk to. Holly also shares that she decided to take a break from past relationships, but she recently started a new chapter in her life. Finally, when Holly asks about children, Audra tries to give the impression of a perfect life, stating that they just aren't ready to have children yet. Later, as Holly dances to a song Audra introduced her to in college, Noel walks by and joins her. When the music stops, Noel nervously admits that his married life has become monotonous. He confesses that he wants to reintroduce a little more spontaneity and adventure into their lives. Holly, surprisingly calm, suggests that he talk openly with Audra and not do anything without her agreement. Just as they are strategizing, Audra enters. Ignoring their plan, Holly directly tells Audra about the idea. Shocked, Audra walks away. Noel follows Holly and tries to convince her again, but to no avail. When he returns to the living room empty-handed, Holly tells him not to worry. She's convinced that even though Audra hasn't agreed yet, she'll eventually think about the proposal. Audra soon joins Noel and Holly in the living room and shares some of the treats. It seems she is more open to the discussion, although she remains hesitant. Later, after a group swim with Noel and Holly, Audra reveals to Holly that she and Noel have been trying to conceive a child, but without success so far. The evening takes a new turn when Holly tells Audra how much she misses their old connection. And guess what? Noel agrees, stating that she had a unique energy. Things become more intense between Holly, Noel, and Audra, but in a more emotional and subtle way. They share laughter and moments of connection without crossing the boundaries of respect and trust. Unfortunately, Marnie arrives at the worst moment and expresses her frustration with Pete for his recent behavior. A fight breaks out between Marnie and Pete, and they leave the house angrily. Once Marnie is gone, Holly, Noel, and Audra continue their evening, but in a calmer and more thoughtful way. They exchange ideas about the future and discuss what it truly means to be happy and fulfilled in a relationship. After a relaxing moment, Audra confides in Noel, admitting that she once had feelings for Holly in the past, but their situation became complicated when Holly started dating other people. Noel, feeling a bit uncomfortable but understanding, watches them grow closer. However, he respects their space and politely asks Holly to sleep in the guest room, allowing everyone time to reflect. Holly agrees and says they can talk tomorrow morning. The next morning, the couple wakes up to find that Holly, ready to leave, has already prepared breakfast. Their relationships are more at ease and respectful, and they begin to reflect on how they can move forward together. The tensions seem to dissipate, and although challenges remain, they are ready to face them hand in hand. To conclude the film, we see Audra, visibly pregnant, carrying Noel's child, symbolizing the possibility of a new beginning for their family.